What's going on, everyone? Back with the first episode of GW Recap of the 24-25 season. I'm your host, Carter Dudley, and George Washington. Dominant second half to cruise to an 82-54 win over visiting Hampton. Just tale of two halves, to be honest. GW and Hampton, for that matter, started off the game very cold from the field. GW was slightly better from the field in the first half, shooting 33% overall, 32 points. Hampton had 24 points, shooting 23% from the field for the first half. GW started the game shooting 26% midway through the first half, while Hampton was held 11%. With 8:25 left in that first half, GW defense at that point had held Hampton to 2 of 20 shooting and forced 4 turnovers. But what kept Hampton in the game was offensive rebounds. Um, they out rebounded GW 11-4 on offensive boards, which was alarming considering, obviously Darren Buchanan is a great rebounder, especially for his size. And, you got the super athletic Rafael Castro down there as well, man. So for Hampton to scrap and claw to get that many offensive rebounds, that's how they were able to keep the score close. As at the half they were down 32-24 to GW, but in the second half, man, GW caught fire, and that was the thing in the first half. GW just couldn't make shots. They were getting good looks, but they just weren't falling. They were blowing layups. They were blowing mid-range jumpers. But then in spurts, they would have little small runs, 6-2 run, 6-0 run, or something like that. And that's how they were able to build the lead. But in the second half, it was a wrap. GW woke up and they found their rhythm and they didn't look back and they dominated. And it was just a matter of time unless Hampton started making shots, which they didn't. And you got to credit GW's defense for that. They held them. They held Howard for the game, the 28% shooting from the field. I was just outstanding defense all along. But, you got to put the ball in the basket at some point in the second half. GW did outscoring Hampton 50-30. It was a very, very, entertaining second half where they just, as you see here with Rafael Castro cleaning up the mess and dunking it home. As you can see, they just found the rhythm, and it wasn't just one player where they found the rhythm. It was a group of players. Rafael Castro got going. Christian Jones, redshirt freshman, who's ready to play. He took full advantage of his redshirt year. Got stronger. IQ the game is sharper. Super confident. He was huge. Off the bench. We did 11 points and 4 assists and 4 steals. He was big time. He was a big spark for them. Trey Autry also. He got it going in the second half. Hit a lot of big shots. 14 points, 4 of 6 shooting, 2 or 4 from deep, 4 or 5 from the free throw line. Obviously your usual suspects. Darren Buchanan for the most part, 10 points, 11 rebounds. Jacoy Hutchinson did well at point guard, 12 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, all around impact. Gerald Drumgoole, 13 points, 3 rebounds. Like I said, it was just a balanced attack for GW, whereas in the first half they shot 33%, second half they shot 58% from the field, man. And, they pretty much cruised after that, pretty much about 3 minutes left. Caputo emptied the bench and let the reserves come in, man. I like, for the most part, that they enjoy playing with one another. That at this stage in the season, it's about building chemistry, building good habits to carry you as the season go along, especially in the dog days and right before conference play happened. And then conference play, everybody kind of gets re-energized and then it's go time. But for the most part, GW as a team, you can see they're gelling a lot sooner than a lot of other teams, and it's because they genuinely root for each other and they genuinely like each other. And you can just see that how when one player makes a play, the whole team is up celebrating and very happy. And I think that's a trait with this team that just can't be overlooked. You didn't see, no disrespect. It's early, obviously, first year regime. You didn't see that from Hampton, and that's why when things were tough, it remained tough. Whereas GW found a way. You know what I mean? And that's that's what for them to continue to win. That's what they're going to have to do. Um, they're deeper in a lot of ways than last year. Even with James Bishop having graduated and moved on to the pro ranks, they're a lot deeper, have more size and athleticism up front, more versatility on the wings as well. You got to understand they got guys that are super young that haven't played yet. But I do like that they have depth on a perimeter. With Christian, with JaCoy, Trey, Autry, and those guys. Even the freshman Ty Evans. From out of Grand Park. They have Trey Moss. Trey Moss, another weapon. They got 4 guards that can switch between point and the two at any given moment, and that's just versatility and depth that not many teams have, man. So it was very fun watching GW just put on a clinic in the second half. And the thing I like about the second half is when their offense woke up, it didn't compromise their defensive effort, execution, and intensity from the first half. They maintained it, and that's how they were able to just flat out dominate Hampton in the second half, man. So no good win for GW. They protected home court, which is always important. Um, for them, it's just they got to clean up on got to clean up the rebounding situation. I know they out rebounding them, Hampton 46-39, but there were just a lot of times where Hampton was killing them on the offensive glass, and against a better team, you keep giving somebody more quality team, extra attempts and extra possessions, they're gonna burn you, and that could be the difference between a win and a loss. So with that being said, good win. George Washington improves to 2-0 on the season. Next up for them is North Carolina A&T, Tuesday, November 12th at 7 p.m. I should be right back here with another episode of GW Recap talking about that game and who stood out for that contest. And we're going to see if the Revolutionaries can make it 3 in a row. All right, so thank you for joining me. See you guys soon.